sound like you could use a break. Think your nanny goat would go berserk if you played hooky this afternoon.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated movie couples of all time.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
The only thing that scares me, Mr. O'Connell, are your manners.
Oh my God. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I agree, but it works every time.
It's not every day you find a girl who'll flash someone to get you out of detention.
For this list, we'll be looking at couples in movies who don't get as much appreciation as they deserve. There's a spoiler alert in effect here. What movie couples do you think deserve more love? Be sure to tell us in the comments. Number 10. Hannah and Jacob. Crazy Stupid Love. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling have starred in 3 films together, but their on-screen courtship started with this rom-com.
Do you remember me? Still find me attractive?
Yes.
Still want to take me home?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Stone plays Hannah, a law student who initially turns down womanizer Jacob, played by Gosling, but soon finds herself smitten. Of course, this is complicated when it's revealed Hannah's father is Cal, played by Steve Carell, whom Gosling had been offering romantic pointers to. We totally understand why Stone would be drawn to someone as wily as Jacob, and why he would be willing to reform his ways for her.
Will you do me a kindness? Will you ask me something personal about myself?
Okay, fine. I'll do it. And then we bang.
Yes!
In a 2016 interview, director Glenn Ficarra said that actors love each other in real life, and they get on like a house on fire. Here's hoping for many more Stone-Gosling on-screen pairings.
You're never gonna regret going home with that guy from the bar that one time that was a total tomcat in the sack. But I can't guarantee that you won't not regret it.
That's a double negative.
You're a double negative.
Number 9. Kumail and Emily, The Big Sick. Not only is this a great movie couple, but it's all actually rooted in real-life events.
You really shouldn't heckle comedians. It's so rude.
I didn't heckle you. Just woohooed you. Just supportive.
Kumail Nanjiani stars as a character based on himself, a comedian who falls for Emily, played by Zoe Kazan. The couple breaks up after Emily learns Kumail's parents intended for him to go through with an arranged marriage.
You're such a liar. You lied to me. You lied to your parents. And those are just the people you like.
Soon, though, she falls ill and is hospitalized in an induced coma. During this difficult time, Kumail grows close to Emily's parents, played by Holly Hunter and Ray Romano. And while we're rooting for a happy ending, the script, written by Nanjiani and wife Emily V. Gordon, doesn't lean on contrivances. The Big Sick is a pleasure to watch, especially knowing how things turned out for the real-life Kumail and Emily.
And what brings you to New York?
Here to see someone?
And have you seen him or her? I mean, I don't know what your deal is, but
Yeah, I've seen him.
Number 8. Barry and Lena, Punch Drunk Love. Anyone who doubted Adam Sandler's abilities as a dramatic actor was quieted after seeing Punch Drunk Love, a dramedy unlike any other from acclaimed director Paul Thomas Anderson.
Could you just let me redeem the mileage?
You left me at the hospital.
I'm sorry.
You can't do that.
Okay.
Sandler plays Barry Egan, a lonely businessman prone to intense fits of rage, who meets Lena, a co-worker of his sister, played by Emily Watson.
If you were there, we could say hello to each other or something.
Yes, that would be great, but I'm not exactly sure. I have so much going on here. A lot depends on this thing. If it happens, I won't be able to go, but if it doesn't happen, I might be able to. I probably won't.
But it's not a simple meet cute, as Barry has a lot on his plate, including an extortion plot. While Sandler has played plenty of emotionally stunted characters, Barry's imbalance is never treated as a joke, and Watson makes for a wonderfully grounding presence, reminding us that love and understanding go hand in hand.
I don't freak out very often.
What do you mean?
No matter what my sister says, okay?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't freak out.
Okay.
Number 7. Mia and Lance, The Best Man. Taye Diggs plays Harper, the head groomsman in this wedding rom-com, but the title can also be referring to the male characters working to be the best versions of themselves.
All you want to hear is that you're an amazing running back, and that your wife-to-be is perfect, when the truth is, you could actually use some work on your lateral moves.
Morris Chestnut plays pro footballer Lance, who's engaged to Mia, played by Monica Calhoun. The ceremony is jeopardized by Harper's recently published novel, which takes inspiration from real experience, including a fling between Harper and Mia.
You two fit together. She's my queen.
Chestnut and Calhoun show that their love for each other is strong enough to weather difficult circumstances and conversations, including in the sequel, The Best Man Holiday. When they're finally wed at the end of The Best Man, it feels like it's truly meant to be.
I am made whole today. A man with a higher purpose. For a woman's virtue is a man's greatest glory.
Number 6. Meg and Hercules. Hercules. Disney's Hercules film takes some pretty significant liberties with Greek mythology in order to stay family-friendly, but there's still plenty to enjoy about it, including the relationship between Hercules and Megara, or Meg.
So, did they give you a name along with all those rippling pectorals? Are you always this articulate?
When the sinister Hades tasks Meg, his slave, to seduce the muscular hero to gain her freedom, she finds herself, in true movie fashion, falling in love with him. Inspired by Hollywood legends like Barbara Stanwyck, Lauren Bacall, and Joan Crawford, Meg's cynicism makes her stand out among Disney heroines.
Aren't you a damsel in distress?
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle this. Have a nice day.
And Hercules' caring nature helps her to open her heart. The characters might come from myths, but Meg and Hercules' relationship feels refreshingly real.
I wish to stay on Earth with her. I finally know where I belong.
Number 5. Rick and Evelyn. The Mummy. The Mummy is an exciting adventure film that, well, never gets old. But it's not the action or the supernatural elements that most speak to us. Rather, it's the relationship between explorer Rick O'Connell and librarian Evelyn Carnahan, or Evie.
I just don't get.
I know. You're wondering, what is a place like me doing in a girl like this?
Yeah, something like that.
When Rick leads Evelyn and her brother Jonathan on an expedition to Hamunaptra, the Egyptian city of the dead, a major setback occurs. The reawakening of mummified High Priest Imhotep, looking to bring his long-lost lover, Anuk-Sunamun, back to life through sacrificing Evelyn.
Have you got any bright ideas?
I'm thinking.
Let's think of something fast, because if he turns me into a mummy, you're the first one I'm coming after.
Thanks to Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz's chemistry, The Mummy becomes something more than a mindless popcorn movie, while still being plenty of fun.
I guess we go home empty-handed. Again.
I wouldn't say that.
Number 4. Kat and Patrick. 10 Things I Hate About You. There have been numerous modern teen adaptations of Shakespeare's plays, but none are better than 10 Things I Hate About You, which also features the breakthrough performances of Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger.
Hey there, girlie. How you doing?
Sweating like a pig, actually, and yourself?
Now there's a way to get a guy's attention, huh?
My mission in life. But obviously I struck your fancy, so you see it worked. The world makes sense again.
Based on the Bards' The Taming of the Shrew, the plot centres around Kat, a rebellious high school senior with no interest in relationships, much to the chagrin of her popular sister, Bianca, who isn't permitted to date unless her sister does too. Thanks to the manipulation of Bianca and others, Kat is set up with handsome bad boy Patrick.
Oh, so now you think you know me?
I'm getting there.
The only thing people know about me is that I'm scary.
Yeah, well, I'm not pitting myself.
Further drama ensues, but Kat and Patrick's development as a couple and individuals grows. We can't think of one thing we hate about this relationship.
You're just too good to be true.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
Number 3. Monica and Quincy, Love and Basketball.
I'll play you.
What?
One game, one-on-one.
For what?
Your heart.
Too many movie romances tell us the characters are infatuated with each other without actually showing why. This great sports drama defies that by showing how Monica and Quincy, played by Sanaa Lathan, and Omar Epps reconcile their passion for each other with their passions for their sport, from youth to adulthood.
I had curfew. What was I supposed to do?
Stay!
If I stayed, I wouldn't be starting.
Or at least you got your priorities straight.
I never asked you to choose.
You never have to.
Director Gina Prince Bythewood's script is honest about the difficulties of figuring out what and who is best for you. And Lathan and Epps display maximum emotional honesty. Whilst basketball plays a major role in this film, it's the love that truly makes it worth watching.
It's not fun for me anymore because you're missing.
Number 2. Janet and Brad, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So much goes on in this cult classic, but it still manages to squeeze in an all-time great movie couple amidst all the crazy experiments and time warps.
It's so dreamy. Oh, fantasy free me!
A flat tire leaves fiancés Janet Wise and Brad Majors, played by Susan Sarandon and Barry Bostwick, stranded and arriving at the castle of the eccentric Dr. Frankenfurter and his equally outlandish guests.
Brad!
It's all right, Janet. We'll play along for now and pull out the aces when the time's right.
Though some partially unintentional infidelity occurs on this eventful evening, Janet and Brad still manage to be a couple we love and root for. For any movie, that's impressive, much less a musical horror comedy like this.
One thing to say, and that's Brad. I'm mad for you too.
Before we unveil our top pick, here's a few honourable mentions. Frenchie and Doody, Grease, a truly perfect couple despite limited screen time.
It's like a beautiful blonde pineapple.
Woody and Bo Peep, the Toy Story franchise. Even seemingly inanimate objects can find affection for each other. Nick and Nora, Nick and Nora's infinite playlist. A chance encounter becomes something more in this rom-com.
I know this is gonna sound weird and I'm a total stranger, but would you be my boyfriend for 5 minutes?
What?
Nina and Darius, Love Jones. Nia Long and Lorenz Tate truly seem meant for each other.
And we just got a chance to know each other. We just getting honest. And
Noni and Kaz, Beyond the Lights. Gugu Mbatha-Raw is incredible in this music industry love story.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Mary and Tim, About Time. Rachel McAdams' most famous on-screen romance is with Ryan Gosling in The Notebook, but our favourite has to be the one between her and Domhnall Gleeson in About Time.
You really like me? Even my frock?
I love your frock.
And my hair? It's not too brown.
I love brown.
Directed by Richard Curtis, who also made Love Actually and other classic rom-coms, this film is about Tim, a man with time-travelling abilities who hopes to use them for romantic purposes. He falls for McAdams' Mary, but soon learns that messing around with the timeline is a hindrance to their relationship's existence, as well as other things in his life.
I am wondering when you got there, Rupert. Early? Late?
On time, I think. The true love was calling.
Oh, God. I actually feel a bit sick now.
Although the film's time travel logic is greatly flawed, what matters is the love between McAdams and Gleason, and theirs is a relationship that is utterly timeless.
Don't get many things right the first time. In fact, I am told that a lot.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.